It's Fight Night, live boxing at Emerald Queen Casino Event Center. Saturday, October 19th. Make it a destination event. Tickets at emeraldqueen.com. At Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest.
Hi, I'm Whit Hayden on behalf of Toro Promotions. Welcome to Fight Night at the Emerald Queen, baby.
All right, so we're here with Whit Hayden, boxing matchmaker. You've been doing it for the Queen since 2005.
Yep.
How do you like working for the Queen? What do you think about it?
I love it here. I mean, these are the best fans in America, and it's not even close. I've been all over the country, basically a 25-year matchmaking career, and I wish I was an athlete playing for the Seahawks or the Mariners or something, because I've always heard how great the fans are up here.
Yeah.
And nobody comes close to these fans, and I mean that. I'm dead serious about it.
Yeah, we are known for our fans, right? All right, so let's get into these fights. The first fight of the night, we got Weston Tovar at 2-0. They're fighting at 135. What can you tell us about him?
Yeah, that's a lightweight fight. Tovar, 2-0. This will be the third show in a row that he's fought on a Toro Promotions card here at the Emerald Queen. He's been doing a great job. He's a local guy, brings in exciting style, throws a lot of punches, and that's why we keep having him back.
Yeah, I remember his last fight. He was very exciting. He's going up against Nesty Trile at 0-1. What can you tell us about him?
So Nestle comes from a Los Angeles gym, Sweet Science Boxing. He throws a lot of punches as well, and that's what I'm expecting out of this fight, is a lot of punch output, and he's coming up here to win.
All right, and then the next one we got at 137, it's Samvel Gandon. He's 4-0 with one draw. What can you tell us about him?
So Samvel's a guy that has been off of boxing for 6 years. He's recently come to the United States. He's been sparring in all the local LA gyms, and people give some pretty good reports about him. For him to come up here and just get the rust off is what he's trying to do.
And he's going against Ezra Rabin, right? He's 1-7.
Yes.
They're fighting featherweight?
They're going to be doing a lightweight fight.
Lightweight? Okay.
Yeah.
Tell us about Ezra.
Ezra's should have a little bit of a weight advantage in this fight. I think he's going to end up. We have our weigh-in later today. He'll come in probably about 3 or 4 pounds heavier than Samvel. Ezra is very durable. He's fought here for us at the Queen before, and I think it'll be an entertaining fight.
Will he make weight? But he has a weight
Yes.
variance?
Yes. What happened was with this fight is that Samvel's original opponent pulled out on Friday, and we were able to get Ezra in very short order.
So it's like a catch weight?
Yes, correct.
Okay. All right, and then we got, let's see, Quinn McKenna at 0-1, or 0-0 with one draw. What can you tell us about Quinn?
Yeah, so Quinn did his pro debut already here in the state of Washington. He fought in Yakima a couple weeks ago and fought to a draw against a good local kid here. And he's a come forward, bury his head in your chest and just throw punches. Tough guy. He's a tough guy, and he's got some skills.
All right, he's going against Clayton Hibert. What can you tell us about Clayton? He's 2-2. They're fighting at 139.
Yeah, 139 here. I know a classic weight class is 140, but for whatever reason, we made the fight at 139. Clayton Hibert's 2-2. Another LA fighter, another guy that's had all his fights in LA, 50-50 record. When he got the opportunity to take this fight, he didn't think twice. He just went ahead and did it. And this is actually going to lead off our show. We're gonna start the show with this fight right here.
Okay.
I think it's going to be a very good fight.
The way to start the fight, or way to start the card, is with that fight?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And then we got Juan Beras. Mm-hmm. He's 11-0 with one draw.
Correct.
Sometimes it could be a no decision or whatever. Let's see, what can you tell us about Juan?
So Juan is a guy that, another person that's coming off a big layoff, and the reason for that is he was in a 10-round fight back right before COVID, and he got his jaw broken. He was able to complete, I think he fought 8 or 9 rounds with a broken jaw and was able to complete the fight, but it really put his career on the back burner. He was a pretty good prospect at that time. So him being a stablemate of Jack May and some other guys that are with the Toro Promotions family, we thought Juan would be a great addition to the program, and 6'4" super middleweight with some good ability.
6'4" super middleweight. That should be an interesting fight right there. And he's going against Antonio Luis Hernandez. He's a 7-19
Yes.
with 3 draws or no contest. What can you tell us about Antonio?
So Antonio's one of my favorite type of fighters in this country or around the world. These are what's known as journeymen. And the thing about a journeyman is that they'll take a fight anywhere, any place, anytime, if the pay is right. And I don't want you to think for 1 minute that this is not going to be a good fight. In fact, I have some people that tell me Antonio's going to win the fight. And I mean, real boxing people say he's going to come in here and surprise people. And I've seen Antonio fight on more than one occasion, and don't let the record deceive you. He's a super tough guy.
And as a journeyman, you could be a gateway for a lot of up-and-coming fighters that are really good. So you take those losses, they can kind of add up quickly.
That's right, and he's the kind of guy you got to beat if you're going to move on to the next level.
Okay, and then we're moving on to this co-main events, right?
Yes.
We got Marquice Weston coming out of Tacoma, local boy. A lot of hype.
Yes.
But he's created his own hype by winning fights.
Yes.
He's very talented. What can you tell us about Marquice?
Marquice is one of my favorite guys. I turned him pro along with Brian Hawquist back in 2013, did most of his early fights at the Emerald Queen. He's produced some of the most electric moments in the history of boxing at the Emerald Queen. Electrifying knockouts. He's a specimen, 6'7". The place comes alive when Marquice is in this. I can't wait for the electricity when his name gets announced tomorrow night.
He's going to be pretty excited
Yeah.
for that one too. He's going against John Shipman. He's 5-7.
The thing about John is that when you look at John, you're looking at an athlete. So what we have in this fight here is Marquice Weston is 6'7", and John Shipman is 6'6", and both are athletes. You wouldn't want to run across either guy in an alley. And John can punch, so it's not a freebie for Marquice whatsoever. He's going to have to walk across the ring and earn this thing.
One of the trees might fall in the ring. And then we got the big guys. You got Kingsley Ibeh. I think he's like 295.
Yeah, yep.
Big guy, used to be in football.
Yes.
Tell us about Kingsley.
So Kingsley has a football background. I don't know if a lot of people know this about Kingsley, but his uncle was a very famous, and some people say infamous, heavyweight by the name, Ike Ibeh, who could have been one of the greatest heavyweights of all time had he not gotten into some trouble. Kingsley's a great guy, family man. He's got a lot of ability, a football background. He played in the CFL. In fact, he was in the Seahawks camp for a while.
Yeah.
He spent, I think, a couple months in the Seahawks organization. It never translated into playing in the regular season, but you know, what are we talking about? Kingsley's about 6'5", 295, a presence in the ring.
Yes. And he's going against Jack May. He's 10-0 with 9 KOs.
Yes.
He's a little bit older. I believe he's 42.
Yes.
But his record does not show that. So tell us about Jack.
Yeah, so Jack's 10-0 with 9 knockouts, 6'8", 280, or whatever he's going to come in at. Another physical specimen who can really, really punch. And here's the thing. These guys are not going to tie each other up. They're not going to. It's not going to be a hug fest. The crowd is going to see two guys throwing bombs at each other, and both guys are certain that they are going to win. That's the best part about it. They are so certain they're going to win, both those guys, and they're going to throw bombs at each other. It's going to be a spectacle.
And it's for the WBC Latino heavyweight
Yes.
titles. That's giving them more encouragement
That's
to
right.
go out there and win dramatically.
Yes, that's a fact. And then the ratings committee will take a look at who wins this fight and how they won it, and it's going to guarantee the winner a spot in the top 25 of the WBC.
Okay. How do you handle situations where a boxer might be facing challenges outside the ring and could impact their performance?
This is an excellent question. I think the thing you want to do is a lot of times is help them in a way where maybe you don't put them in the ring. Maybe you let them cool off and get their personal situation under control. Because when they're not focused in the ring, it's a very dangerous sport. I'll tell you one thing that's never lost on me. Having been in hospitals with guys in comas that have barely pulled through, this is not a joke in here. This is the most dangerous sport on earth, bar none. I've got a big heart for these fighters, what they put themselves through and the risks that they take to be in here. I would rather somebody be here in the right state of mind than actually go through with something that they're not fully prepared to do.
That's a great answer. What is your typical approach to identifying and signing promising young boxers?
And there's another excellent question. Over the years, your eyes get more in tune with what you're looking at. I typically don't need a lot of time to see a prospect. I typically only need about 30 to 40 seconds of watching them, and if I'm interested, I'll keep watching. I would like to see a good amateur background. I would like to see guys that you want to see anybody that's good at something makes it look easy. So let's say somebody's throwing a punch at them. The guys with ability can slip the punch with the greatest of ease. Also, I want, from an offensive standpoint, personally, everybody's different. I like fighters that come forward and throw a lot of punches. I like aggressive fighters. Judges like aggressive fighters. Those type of guys tend to win fights, because if you're constantly got your foot in the bucket and you're going backward, judges don't like it, fans don't like it.
Right. Not very exciting. Which fight on this card are you most excited for, if you had to pick one?
Yeah.
I know you want to be fair, but which one are you most excited for?
100% the main event.
Yeah.
Forget about it. I mean, 100% the main event. There probably isn't a price I wouldn't pay to be ringside to watch that fight. And the thing is, I like both guys so much, like out of the ring, it sucks for me to have to, because I'm not technically rooting for anybody, so to speak, and to just watch this unfold, it's going to, man, I can't tell you how excited I am about this fight.
All right, so Whit Hayden, thank you for the interview.
We'll see you on October 19th at 7 o'clock at the entertainment capital of the Northwest, the Emerald Queen, tomorrow night. Let's go.
Yeah, we're going to see you in the ring at the Emerald Queen.
It's Fight Night, live boxing at Emerald Queen Casino Event Center. Saturday, October 19th. Make it a destination event. Tickets at emeraldqueen.com. At Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest.